Pyewacket can take many forms, so don't trust your lying eyes.
Hello, and welcome to the final podcast, the last podcast you'll ever listen to.
Booze, brews, and horror movie reviews. Your final bros have survived.
Oh yeah, we are here with Brian Hot Boy LaCrosta.
Don't you dare go home alone ever. And we have Shane. I'm hot for teacher Smith.
I'm also hot for the Pyewacket.
Joined by Mike the Cannibal Gypsy.
Speaking of hot, you guys remember the record by the Strokes, Room on Fire?
Yes.
We should make a new record called Cat on Fire.
Oh my God. We are joined by the Matt.
You ever just Pyewacket?
Oh, we're going to Pyewacket a lot today.
A lot of Pyewacketing today because we are reviewing Pyewacket. What I thought would be an older movie and a more folk horror, but I feel like it's way modern and coming of age.
Yeah. This is the Juno of witch movies.
It really is the Juno, but it's very fair. Minus a pregnancy.
You don't think, Mike, this isn't the Juno of witch movies?
Oh, I thought you were saying it's like Juno, like they had some similarities.
Yeah. It's like a coming of age tale.
Of a pregnant teen who falls in love with an older man?
Well, no, not with that aspect. Just the aspect of like a teenage girl going through her emotions and dealing with them and hating her parents in the process. Even though I don't think Juno hated her parents.
Has your mother ever told you that she wishes she could just like wipe your face away?
Yo, that scene is nasty.
It's a nasty scene.
That scene hits different.
Yeah.
Shane did make it very, very clear that he wanted a Shane from The Walking Dead and fucking Plow.
Laurie Holden's character.
Yeah. He kept saying
it was Andrea in The Walking Dead.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't say it constantly.
Nah,
I said
you
it
did,
one
though.
time. I said, you know what would fix her is getting plowed by Shane. And I didn't mean myself. I meant Shane from The Walking Dead.
This movie really, like, it is definitely a coming of age tale. These people are obviously dealing with the loss of a very close person. It is her father, Mrs. Reyes's husband, and the absence of a father figure in a household and what that looks like with this young adult. She's like in high school, right? I'm assuming high school age.
High school age.
Shane's, ballpark.
That's insane. You're actually a crazy person. You need to be stopped.
But how that loss really shook the family up.
Did they don't say how he died, right?
They do not.
Yeah.
This thing here frustrated me.
The relationship that she has with another man.
Right. Because, like, it never fucking goes anywhere.
I think it has. I really do think everything comes from, like, so he's like super shy.
But they clearly like each other.
Yeah, I just think that she's also like without, like, her mother and her have no relationship anymore. At least it's just more or less like, I just want to take care of you. And even sometimes that's borderline because there's no intimate relationship between her and her mother. They're not having conversations or anything like that. It's just more or less like, did you survive today? Okay, like, I'll make sure I get food tomorrow. But it's not a deep relationship, and I think they are suffering from the fact that there's no dad there anymore. It's like very morose.
So I was wondering, like, were they close before the dad's passing?
I think so.
Because, like, you'd think, like, something like that would, like, bring the surviving members of the family closer.
No, the issue is the daughter looks too much like the dad, so the mom hates her face.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
That's really what it comes down to.
If she could wipe her face away, it would be better, but
Yeah.
she sees him in everything. So only if she could wipe her face away.
Yo, she's so affected. I understand it's her husband. That, like, she literally grows to hate her own daughter and needs to move out of her house into the fucking middle of the woods.
Yes.
Just
Which
to
is
move
going to
on.
make her daughter hate her more.
I wonder if it was like a relationship that like was from back in high school. Like, they don't say like when it happened relative to now. Obviously mom is not coping right, and neither is she, but like it doesn't seem like it happened so recently. It seemed like there's probably been a year or two, maybe 2 years or something like that.
Yeah.
There's been definitely a gap, but they're like, clearly the wife cannot hang without the husband. Like
No.
it's very evident. And the daughter is trying. She has her friends, but like it does affect everything. Like this relationship, this dynamic plays a big impact, and it's going to obviously make her into someone that would explore the occult and hang out with a cast of characters that would probably be in a Misfits music video.
Yes. Like, this is the kind of people you think are in Blair Witch 2.
Yeah, like, or the Black Veil Brides.
Never check them out.
They have that one song that's just like a really popular song.
I saw them open for Rise Against.
Did you?
Yeah, at a venue.
You know, it's crazy how like,
Okay.
you know, it's so crazy when bands open up for other bands. Like we saw like Halsey open up for
Imagine Dragons.
Metric and Imagine Dragons.
Yeah.
Like bands, and then like they just like fucking become humongous.
Like Post Malone opening up for Bieber
We saw-
or whatever it was you saw.
Yeah,
it was
like
me and Brian.
it just happens, dude. Because like Black Veil was huge, like Andy Black and them, like at one point. And obviously, well, like Halsey is Halsey. She sells out stadiums.
Yeah.
But I'm just
pretty
like
stellar.
example, like these people like that open, they just become ginormous.
It's funny because like I think because we're older now, especially me and you, we're like, I'll skip. I just want to go to see the main.
we used to go see everybody, like even the openers. Now we're too old for that.
Well, you can't just be standing for 4 hours.
It's too much.
Lower,
Like,
lower
legit.
back is destroyed.
But that's the thing now. Like, I want a seat. Like, if I'm going to a concert and there's seating, I kind of want that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you skip like openers, you could miss like a gem.
Yeah.
You know what's so interesting? How like different like groups of people. So like she is dabbling into the occult, right?
Yes.
Like so that's like the theme is like she actually thinks like she finds comfort. She even says it. She finds comfort in like going in the backyard and like ripping out a quick spell.
Well, I mean, she's listening to music. So me and Mike were talking about
Okay.
This song in this movie that you're about to talk about legitimately made me angry because it's so fucking terrible.
the lyrics, if you want to call them lyrics, are just rape, domestic violence.
I call it the felony song.
like they're like breaking and entering, money laundering.
Tax evasion.
Like that's all they say.
She's just jamming her goth tunes.
Like
Her heavy metal.
So throw on a job for a cowboy. Like, why are they listening to that?
She does have a poster of the band Him,
Yeah, she also has a patch on her bag.
Well,
which
Him,
is
yeah.
their symbol.
They're also like.
I
not
was
metal at
wondering
all,
if
but-
him directed this.
No.
Like the band as a whole,
Yeah.
or just the lead singer.
No, like, well, the lead singer's name is him. So I was wondering if him directed.
Do you think he goes by he him,
Yeah, his pronouns are he, him.
or just him?
No, imagine it's like I'm him. No, I just assumed they directed this.
But like Him's like iconography and aesthetic is like real dark and devilish.
It's
Their music is not like that.
not even close.
not at all. It doesn't reflect the name of the band like at all. It's literally like it's like alt goth music. It's not by any stretch any type
Satanic.
of hard
Yeah.
metal or
They're not even slightly hard, I think.
Yeah, no, they're not.
Rip
Rip
off
out
the wings of a butterfly.
No, they're like alt goth. Like
Yeah,
they're
I-
really solid though.
No,
Obviously.
him's a great band.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah, they them. So yeah, coming of age, him,
Full disclosure,
Laurie Holden.
yeah, I picked this movie solely based on its
Name?
absurd name of Pyewacket.
Yes. Question: did anyone know what a Pyewacket was going into this movie?
No, I don't even know if it's a real demon. I'm sure it is.
It's a Wiccan term. I looked into it. It's
a
just
what?
a Wiccan term. You've never
What
heard?
the hell's a Wiccan?
It's a witch. They're Wiccans.
So here's my
Have you not watched The Blair Witch 2?
here's my thing. Like
No.
I'm no expert on witchery by any stretch.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm not.
Your wife literally loves Salem.
And that's why I would burn her at the stake. Yeah.
Shake its hand, Mike.
I'm not gonna touch it.
No one has shaken its hand.
Matt, you want to shake it?
I would rather not.
Yeah.
Okay.
What I was gonna say is that I don't know witchery, but I thought like Wiccan stuff was more like obviously witchery, but like earthy, natural. I didn't think it was like she's pulling out like these heavy, dark black magic books. And like, I don't know, like, it seemed like she was looking for more Satanism than just like basic
and Wiccan
stuff.
Because you were thinking like, Ellie was a good witch. We have to eat, fuck, and shit just like the rest of us.
Oh my God, how do you know this?
This is my mortal coil.
It's like, I just want to shred my mortal coil and commune with Ellie.
I've seen Blair Witch 2 3 times, and I am a worse person for that. But her lines, Erica, I think is her name, are some of the worst written lines in the history of cinema, and they have stuck with me until this moment, and it's probably killing me because they are so stupid.
Why have you watched that 3 times?
I watched it once for list 2 with both of you.
Yeah, I watched it twice.
I watched it once.
Hold on. I just noticed I'm extremely bad at retaining movies I've seen.
Yeah, because that was on list 2.
I don't remember it at all.
Yeah, we watched it once for the podcast, and I watched it once before all of us watching it together. So I've seen it 3 times. Yeah, I don't think you were on the podcast yet when we did Blair Witch 2.
That was a long time ago.
We did it a while ago. But
now we're doing Pyewacket.
Yeah, we are doing Pyewacket.
But Pyewacket's like a real witch lore thing.
So
Yeah.
It says, according to the trivia, it says it comes from a 1647 British pamphlet, The Discovery of Witches, in which author Matthew Hopkins claims to have interrogated witches in Essex County. One witch names many familiars, including the spirit Pyewacket, which appeared to her as some sort of animal.
Is it like a British term? It sounds to me like it's like an Irish thing. But I guess so. In any case, it is legit.
Yeah.
I guess.
Wow.
What a name to utilize. But you know, one thing that this movie does, it focuses a lot on the relationship and it really doesn't talk about the lore of the actual Pyewacket.
The Pyewacket actually doesn't matter.
It doesn't. I think it's just the fact that she's summoning something to kill her mother.
Yes. But you know what does matter?
What matters, Shane? I can only imagine. I
Us
don't know.
describing all of this in the spooky pit.
Here we go. Pyewacket.
I did it.
So Pyewacket was released in 2017. An angsty teen dabbles in the occult and performs a ritual in the woods near her new home to kill her mother. The film was directed by Adam McDonald and stars Laurie Holden, Nicole Munoz, Chloe Rose, and Eric Osborne.
I feel like this guy should have been more involved in this movie.
Yeah, and
Pat McAfee?
Sure.
Look at him.
his line, which was the opening quote of the movie, essentially like buried their family. Because he was basically like, don't trust your lying eyes, which then made her realize that like everything is a lie. And then she's like, I'm just going to burn the world down.
Yeah. So like that was my issue is he like she calls him and he tells her that, right? And then she believes everything she sees instantly.
That's the thing. Like, I feel like a criticism for the movie is that I think she took his advice way too literally.
Yeah.
Like, way too literally. And I understand because Pyewacket was fucking around with her. But because of that, why didn't she question, spoiler, the fact that that might not be her mother dead in the forest?
That was what I was saying. Like when she first sees her mom dead in the forest, my initial thought would be like, this is not real.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
But instead she's like, oh, she does the opposite in every situation. She's like, this is real. And then she sees the Pyewacket as her mom and she's like, this is real. But then when she sees her mom again, she's like, oh, this isn't real. I'm going to set my mom on fire. And I'm like,
the Pyewacket scene, like I don't know what made her think that like this being, which is already showed herself at this point, because we did flash forward through the whole movie.
we'll come back.
Revealed itself to her like that. Like at that point, like this thing is trying to kill her. Why would the Pyewacket then just like go to bed and wait for the next day to kill her? Like,
yeah,
like for me, like it's math and
no
type of thing.
I think like the moral is like girls going through puberty and that like growing stage, they don't understand anything. They're just crazy.
Go to fucking Burning Man.
Yeah.
And they have problems with their mothers.
Yeah.
Who may or may not be just as immature as they are.
Exactly. Like
what the Burning Man? What is that?
Oh, that's where everyone goes and gets syphilis.
They do ayahuasca.
Yeah.
So it's
in the desert.
It's a drug festival.
Yeah, you just go in the
really.
desert, listen to music, and have sex on drugs.
Like just drop acid.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just go.
Yeah, like we're not fucking with you
No,
right now.
you drop acid and then you drop your pants and fuck.
Yeah. It was like mass orgies, like
That sounds pretty cool. I might need to attend one year.
it's
Where is
every
it?
year in Arizona.
I think it's
Oh.
I think
I'm not-
Arizona.
It's
I'm
in
not-
the desert.
I'm not going out
Like
there.
you literally, no joke, you go in the desert, you stay there for about a week.
You'll get a good tan.
Yeah, and you just fuck on
I do
drugs.
need a base going.
Yeah, you'll get more than a base.
I feel like we should start a Burning Man in Jersey.
That would be horrendous.
Cause like I'm all about this Burning Man now.
Yeah, it's in San Francisco.
Oh, it makes more sense. So not Arizona.
Wait,
Oh,
I'm
no,
not
no.
going- I'm not
it
going out
originated in San Francisco. My bad. Never mind.
Oh.
It's
Where
gonna
is it
say-
this year? Where is
San
it this
Francisco
year?
doesn't have.
Yeah. Where is the 2025 Burning Man? Unless they've canceled it.
No, it's coming up, baby.
Because we're about to go.
Black Rock City, Nevada.
I'm not. I don't.
Oh,
I'm not going to
Nevada.
What day?
August 24th to September 1st.
How do we get tickets? How much are tickets? Or do we just go?
Now you have to get tickets. First Timers Guide.
This reminds me of Coachella.
What if you're a juggalo?
Would you guys get dressed up and go to a?
Juggalo?
Yeah.
You mean gathering the juggalos?
Might have to.
Honestly, sounds like a fucking hoot.
I would go drink Fago.
I saw Fago at the dollar store yesterday. I was so tempted.
You should. Oh, we should do a Fago episode.
Yeah.
Where we just drink Fago the whole time.
I'm in for that. That sounds lit. Yeah, and we'll get
Matt, make sure you purchase 4
get some
tickets.
Faygo.
Potentially 5 if Caitlin wants to go.
to Burning Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's right up
No,
her
I
alley.
feel like is that a couple thing or just like single people go there just to fuck?
No,
think anybody
'cause
goes
I
there.
think
It's an
couples go
orgy.
because they swing.
Yeah.
we should go. Us, Caitlin, Pyewacket.
Yeah. God, I actually don't think we would survive Burning Man.
I
like
don't-
it is not our scene at
No,
all.
dude.
No,
3
it's not.
hours in, I'm dead.
Like,
I'm just dead on the desert floor.
that would be such a shit show. Wait, so how much was it though? I was genuinely curious how much tickets are for
Like
Burning
if someone wants to go, how does someone go ahead and just buy a ticket to Burning Man?
Man. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure that out, to be honest.
Why is it so hard? I feel like millions of people go there.
Maybe you actually need to be in the society.
Maybe you need to be there.
Yeah.
In Nevada.
Burning Man tickets. Here we go.
Don't buy them, but just
No.
For the love of God.
because then we actually are obligated to go.
$225 plus applicable taxes.
Fuck.
So with tax you're looking at like $250.
Yeah, and with a vehicle pass, it's $75.
And drugs are
plus-
not included.
No, then you got to buy the drugs
Bring
there,
your own drugs.
or you can buy them from someone.
It's
Yeah.
BYOD.
Now, does that come with condoms, or do you just have to hope not to get the clap?
No, that's BYOC.
I think the clap's included.
And you're definitely getting something that's making your dick leak.
Yeah, no, you actually. I don't think a person has walked out of Burning Man without a leaky dick.
What a fucking weird thing.
Oh,
Like a festival just to fuck in the desert.
I'm sure there's a band.
or two.
Like I'm sure
What
All
band do
American
you-
Rejects is playing.
They'll play anywhere.
Yeah.
Who's playing? MGMT.
That's a band that would
The trippy shit.
play. Yeah. Or maybe him would play there.
As you rip out the wings of a condom fly
Like it's fucking too hot.
in the sun.
I shouldn't have wore black today.
But yeah, so that's Burning Man. That's our episode of Pyewacket.
There you go. We talked about Burning Man for Pyewacket.
What an absurd, like, I know it's a real thing we discovered. What an absurd name for a fucking movie.
Pyewacket.
Pyewacket?
Well, I mean, truly, we were reviewing this movie because you were on IMDb and you're like, yo, fucking Pyewacket.
That's
Yeah.
actually
I was
true.
instantly drawn to it.
Yeah. Okay. So let's actually talk about the movie now. Our main character is a girl in high school. Her name is Jennifer Susan Claire. Jessica?
I actually think all those might be wrong. Like honestly, Leah.
Leah.
It's Leah. Leah, and then they don't say the mom's name. If I remember correctly,
It's just Mrs. Reyes.
Mrs. Reyes.
Yes. So Leah,
Jennifer, Jessica,
Claire,
Pyewacket.
So yeah, her dad is fucking hella dead, and her mom is hella depressed, and she's just drinking Chardonnay in bed. Nothing good has ever happened from a woman drinking Chardonnay in bed by herself.
And I would argue she's doing a little bit more than drinking Chardonnay, seeing that she's doing a little bit of this.
I thought she was crying.
Oh, you think that she was wiping away tears? I thought she was wiping her nose.
No, she was crying.
Dude, she was on
She's on coke.
Hard.
Right?
drugs.
Like, I thought that was...
No, she was just crying.
I don't think so,
Why
dude.
would she be so fucking startled that her daughter walked in? If she,
I thought she was hiding her dad's belongings
You thought
under
she was
the bed.
hiding her sappy dad tears?
Yeah, no. I thought when she walked in, like she had a dad box. She was hiding
All right.
under the bed.
This is a segment we like to call on the show called Review the Scene. Review the Scene live. Where we go.
I thought she was hiding like a dad box because she was crying so much.
I don't know if I gone too far. This is the scene where it's all about rape and insider trading.
I think it's before. It's right after dinner. Right? Oh no, yeah, because it's right before she goes
think it's
to
right
the book sign. So it's before this.
She's like, I'm going to a book signing tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a little before this because it's right before she walks in.
Okay, so she's definitely crying, but that could just be from too much
No,
coke.
she hides a dad box under the bed.
I think that's where she keeps her coke.
She eventually goes into that room later on in the movie and checks underneath the bed when she leaves.
Is there a dad box under there?
That's the part I don't recall.
Yeah, she walks in.
thought it was a
She's
picture.
hiding the dad box under the bed, and she's crying.
It was a picture. It was a picture of the
A picture
Of her father. That's what I'm saying.
Of cocaine.
Yeah, so she's just crying.
Hold on, let's see what she does with her nose here.
I thought she was doing coke.
She's wiping away the coke.
Wouldn't you wipe your tears, not your nose?
Oh, no, I think she's like...
She's sniffling, dude, sniffing.
I'm going to say she's crying.
Maybe because she was doing coke off her husband's pictures.
Okay, that's crazy.
She's snorting coke off a picture through a rolled up other picture.
You guys...
She's not using a 20. She's using a picture.
Of the dad? That's so crazy.
It's almost as crazy as you saying there's a dad box.
No, like a lot of movies, like people keep their dad boxes or their mom boxes. It's just like a box of sadness that only movies do.
Oh, and obviously it has his ashes in there.
Yes.
His photos, her coke.
Like probably like one of his like fucking t-shirts that that she used to wear after they banged. Like she has like a box of that stuff, right? Like maybe like a cologne of his like penis or something. Like it's like the dad box.
His ball cologne?
Yeah, his ball cologne.
Or she gets like a dildo shaped, like molded of his dick.
I mean, she would have to do that before he died because you have to be erect, and you put your erect penis in the mold.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like couples do that.
Yeah, no, it's a real thing. Like that's how you make a dildo shaped of your own dick. It's like you get this like mold, right? And then you get hard and you put your dick in the
It's
mold.
called Clone a Willy.
Yeah. See, he knows.
Say that again.
It's called Clone a Willy.
Clone a Willy.
Yeah.
So to you don't think she was doing coke?
No, I think she was crying. I legitimately think she was crying.
It didn't really cross my mind because when she later on the girl goes into the room and pulls a picture out.
And that's why she was hiding under the bed.
Of course, there's gonna be a picture in the room. I'm saying there's coke there as well.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I never once assumed the mom was doing it. I just thought she was a raging alcoholic who was sad.
That part I understood. Yeah,
Okay.
that's
I fully believe she was doing coke.
Here's what's going on, Brian. We're right, and that's that.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Next thing you're gonna do is tell me that kid has a good haircut and he doesn't look like a Hitler Youth.
No, God. I mean, you're not wrong.
I mean,
Like
come on.
but that's the scene.
Yeah.
It's the scene, right?
Yeah.
These are the kids that were like put on trial for that one thing because they thought they were doing satanic rituals, and they were like, "We're just kids that are goth."
The Memphis 3. Yeah.
Is what it reminded me of.
Yeah. So let's talk about the book Burnt signing. They go to Carrie Ewell's. What's this guy's name?
That's gonna be Is it Rowan Dover?
He's got to be listed.
Yeah.
Rowan Dove.
Rowan Dove.
Dove.
There you go.
Rowan Dogecoin. Is that still a thing?
Dogecoin?
Or is it all about coin?
Shane would know about that.
I actually don't know. I haven't been keeping up on my coin lore. Like,
It's still a thing.
it is, but I
Hawk
haven't.
to a coin?
Oh, that one might.
What a rug pull.
Might have got taken down.
She made her fucking like $6 billion, and she's like, deuces. Good for her.
I'd do the same
She's
thing.
great. She's
'cause
fantastic.
If you're willing to put fucking $10,000 into something called Hawk to a coin,
I think she's a wonderful businesswoman.
I always thought that. I have a Hawk to a hat.
incredible.
I do. I have it somewhere. Cool. So she's gonna get her book signed
Yes.
by Rowan Dove, and he's kind of like, how do you describe it? Is he like a Satanist, or is he someone that like he paints the devil in a good light?
Yes.
Because they're all having a conversation, and the guy that you said looks like
Hitler Youth.
he's like, I wish my dad was like him. He's so cool. What a role model.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's an author, and they had the book signed by him.
Yep. And
And
you know,
this caused conflict because she was like to her mother the other night, she's like, I'm going to a book signing tomorrow. You can't do anything about that because I'm going to my book signing.
yeah, but the mom's so weird because she doesn't give a shit at all. But then when the daughter gets home a little late, she gives all of the shits, and it's very inconsistent.
Well, she's having mood swings. She's
Yeah.
probably drunk.
She's on her period.
Coke swings as well.
Coke
She-
is not involved in this movie.
She does care for her daughter, but she does not
care for her face.
Yeah.
She
Well,
also
that's true.
fucking uproots her daughter's life on a whim. No fucking warning.
Yeah. She's like, oh, by the way, I bought a house in the middle of the woods. We're moving next week.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's selfish because she's like, I personally cannot be here anymore because of the memories of your father.
Like, look, realistically, if the mom was, this is the thing, and the mom is a terrible mom.
she's not a good mom.
She doesn't.
I feel like she probably was a good mom.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. I don't think the mom deserves to die, but the mom's not a good mom.
I'm going to just start by saying the stretch from, like, I hate you, mom, to, like, you need to die is a complete canyon.
Yes,
Like, that's a chasm.
yes, that
And
they jump.
what a reach that's jumped from, like, I hate you to, like, no, you need to die.
That's the thing. Yeah, maybe the mom moving to the middle of the woods is selfish, but the daughter instantly jumping to murder is insane.
And this is like a classic movie too, of like when she comes up with the murder idea, it's totally based off emotion. Because if she was to like just like wait 24 hours, she would have gotten a very strong apology from her mother. But it was a very rash, young, emotional decision to do a ritual to her best friend to Pyewacket.
Yes. Also, I mean, the mom, like, I'm assuming this girl's a junior, senior. Could have easily just waited another year. Let the girl graduate first before you uproot her entire life. Move her into the middle of nowhere.
She does stay in the same school though.
Right, but okay, so she's definitely not a senior because the mom's like, next year you're moving to a different school.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
She tries to negotiate a little bit. She's a little selfish, but she does say that she doesn't really want her hanging out with her loser friends.
right. But which is crazy to say. But also the mom's in the wrong because the daughter has a good point. Just let me get my license and I could drive myself to school. But the mom won't let her get a driver's license.
Yeah.
So it's like the mom's definitely in the wrong a lot here. Not enough to murder again.
No, I mean, I think you can just say, like, for me, I took it as, like, they're both not seeing each other's sides and they're both wrong. Like, clearly she's not
Yes.
doing her job as a mother, but man, she's like a really immature high schooler to, like, make the jumps that she's doing.
100%.
Like, completely needs some type of emotional regulation therapy to, like, she did say, like, the harsh words of, like, I can't see, I don't like your face because it looks like your father's. Like, I don't like your face. To, like, okay, let me worship the devil and kill my mother. Mm-hmm. Like, that's a lot.
It's an extreme
It's
jump.
extreme. Bro, you have a nice like, sort of pie chart that I would like you to go over at some point.
Oh, that's very sweet of you to bring it up, Mike. So, yeah, so I thought while watching this, I was thinking for a family that's wrecked by grief, such as this small family, how does it go from that point of grief to witchery? You know, and there's really nowhere in between. You start at the grief, something terrible happens, right? And then the effect of that is, okay, time for witchery. Let's do a ritual.
How do we get there?
Sir, so obviously something terrible happens, and the first thing that the mother's going to do that you would do is drink insane amounts of Chardonnay, right? Like day in and day out, you're drinking Chardonnay, right? And here's the loop. So you're going to be drinking Chardonnay. Then obviously your daughter's going to see that, because it's not a good thing to see.
No.
If you're a young girl,
Definitely
see your
not.
mother pounding back glass after glass of Chardonnay, you're obviously going to take an investment into the occult.
Yes.
That's going to be your first move. You're going to read books. You're going to go to get, signatures from Rowan Dove, and you're going to hang out with the Hitler Youth and do occult things. Then your mother's going to see that, and she's going to say, wow, my daughter's kind of a bitch.
Yeah,
and because she's such a bitch, you're going to think I'm looking at my husband's photos, but in reality, I'm doing coke off of them. And that's going to be the next part of the grief cycle. And because your daughter, who loved her father so much and drove literally an entire 13 hours to witness the birth, she's going to see that her mother's doing coke, loving her father so much, she's going to become a loser with the rest of her Hitler Youth friends, right?
Young
and
Adolf.
the thing is, this is how the cycles work. You can't break the cycle, because the mother's going to be like, my daughter's a loser. I'm going to call her a loser. I'm going to say I don't like your face. And because of that, she's going to drink
More because she
Chardonnay.
feels bad.
Exactly. So that's how that works. It's a cycle.
So this movie is really a story of cycles and how to break them.
Yes,
Yep,
but
it's cyclical.
And like the appropriate ways you should do it versus slitting your wrist, combining it with milk and hair, and summoning the Pyewacket.
The one and only.
Okay. So let's get into this. Let's dive right on into this. She's going to go into the woods. She's going to knock on a tree 3 times.
Well, she's also fresh off an insult. Her mother literally just insulted the way she physically
She
looks.
literally told her daughter that she wants to rub her face away.
Yes, because she looks too much like her dad.
She does this motion in her daughter's face.
Yeah, it's nasty. It's
Now
nasty
that I'm
work.
thinking about it, she's kind of valid here.
Not to kill her. That's absurd.
You know what? Okay, if she was just to be like, Mom, I wish you were dead, that's one thing. But she literally goes in the woods and performs a ritual.
Yeah, it's pretty wild to actually go through all the steps, because these are the steps. You go into the woods. You knock on a tree 3 times. You make a pentagram out of yellow yarn. You then pour milk, whole milk, I believe, into a bowl. You then add oregano.
You need a DNA from the mother.
Yeah, so
takes
she
a
has
bunch
her
of
hair. And then you have to. So this was my thing, and I harped on this a lot, and it really bothered me. And maybe this is just a Shane thing where I nitpick, but like she commits suicide here because she cuts her wrist so deep.
You think this is a death?
She doesn't get medical attention.
No.
And she bleeds out until she walks home and then eats dinner.
Bleach the blood chicken?
Yes. Like, she should not be alive. She's been bleeding for like 3 hours from a main artery in her wrist.
Yeah, she really should have wrapped that shit up right away.
Right.
And then the mother, like, she does come home, she bleeds all over the chicken. The mother, like, obviously knows that what's going on here. So, like, it's a really awkward conversation. She doesn't want to bring it up, but she does, like apologize because she knows that was the reason and she's the result of that. No idea that she has summoned the Pyewacket.
It's fucking sick. She creates the Pyewacket,
Yes.
and then gets an apology from her mom like roughly an hour later.
Yeah. I think because the mom thought she caused her daughter to attempt suicide.
Right.
Now, here's the thing that I was thinking too while watching this, and I don't want to make this like one of those like brain bender movies, but technically, like after this point, is it like, am I to believe everything that happens is the way it is? Technically,
No, because you're lying eyes.
because like maybe that the mother was never going to apologize, but Pyewacket's now making her feel that apology.
Yes. I think the Pyewacket just likes to fuck with you.
So like, Shane, I'm going to pretend for the sake of this review that Pyewacket has not been acting yet, and she's genuinely going to apologize.
Right.
But you technically could make that argument the way that this movie goes because of her lying eyes and the fact that she has summoned the one and only
Pyewacket, yeah. You don't know what's real, what's fake. The whole movie could be fake after this, for all we know.
That's true.
But-
you are hot for teacher.
Oh, yeah. So a lot of things, we go through your first night of sleep. You hear noises in the attic.
That's the thing about Pyewacket. Start small.
And big.
Is that the
Ends
first
big.
one?
Isn't it the noises in the
I
attic?
thought the first one was the dirt through the doorway.
Yes.
I thought she heard the noises in the attic, and then the next morning saw the dirt in the doorway. I could be wrong though.
Maybe.
It's either
Yeah.
1, 2, 2, 1. That's
Yeah, well, you put 1 and 2 together.
Because I know that happened. She sees the
Yes.
dirt in the doorway. And then I do know the other instance that you're referring to. So she hears the noise in the attic.
Yeah.
And she wakes up mom.
Yes, to
And their
look in-
relationship has just immediately gotten better.
This is what's so confusing about this movie is the mom is a different person the moment the ritual is cast.
again though. Is that the Pyewacket?
Yeah.
Right, that's true. But then again, you could also say the mom automatically became happier because she wasn't in the death house anymore.
Well, there's also that, but also the fact that like she maybe took insane responsibility that
Her daughter
her
attempted suicide.
daughter basically attempted to kill herself.
Right.
Which
Yeah,
is
she's like, oh shit, my daughter just essentially sliced her wrist off.
And-
And maybe I should, stop wiping her face away.
yeah, and being a total bitch, and maybe I'm the reason that my husband's dead.
Yeah, you know what? We don't know how the husband died. Maybe Mrs. Reyes killed him, and it's all a ruse.
Or maybe this is her second summoning. Because there was once Pyewacket, but then there was her other summoning prior to Pyewacket, something I like to call COVID.
Are you saying COVID took the husband?
Well, theoretically, this movie came out in 2017. So,
Yes, COVID didn't exist yet.
but it could have been COVID-17 or COVID-18.
That's a good point. It's a good point.
Imagine COVID goes like COVID 99 goes back all the way to 99 and we just didn't know it.
That'd be crazy.
That's
It's possible.
crazy.
It's possible. It's so possible. But yeah, it's not COVID. The husband's just dead. He probably died in a car accident.
they
Let's be
really-
honest. I actually had a theory that the husband died in a car accident, and that's why the mom won't let her get her license.
She's
That's
protecting her.
honestly fair. I don't really, unless I
There's
missed
nothing
it.
like to say
okay.
that. It was just kind of like a maybe.
Maybe I missed it. So yeah. In any case, after that happened, their relationship gets repaired, but like there is gonna be the incident where there is a noise in the attic.
Yes.
She's gonna bring her mother. She's like, I swear someone's up there. So the mom goes up there, there's nothing. Then she's like, take a look for yourself. She goes up there and the scene cuts. I'm assuming that she didn't see anything up there, right? Like it's
So she's going to tell her friends about this weird shit. None of them believe her, but her one blonde friend does. She's like, I want to see. And the Hitler Youth's like, no, she's clearly lying for attention. She's
like all of a sudden that guy went on the like weird end of saying like not that it's weird, it's totally normal for him to be like, why would you ever like, you could say things but like you're actually doing the ritual to kill your mother, like it's horrible.
Yeah.
Totally understood, like that's makes sense why he said it. It just like I feel like the characters is weird because of how he was like talking about like rituals and like devil stuff before
and then
that.
instantly it's like you're crazy and lying and none of this is real.
Yeah,
and we're all just doing this as a fashion statement.
Yeah, I mean, like he could just be referring to like the way that the author, obviously like the author was writing about the devil, but he was writing about the devil as if the devil was a father figure, unless her father was the devil.
That would be a fucking plot twist. What if her dad was Mr. Wacket?
Wow, and getting
Like, he was
revenge
the
on mom.
Pyewacket. His first name Pye, last name Wacket.
Makes you realize that as you watch this movie, like I wonder if Pyewacket would actually just like never wanted to actually physically kill the mother, but more or less since she summoned it, do the worst thing and make her the result of it the whole time.
I actually think yes. So I always assumed that Pyewacket, once you summon it, Pyewacket doesn't do the deed. Pyewacket convinces you to do the deed yourself.
Yeah,
There's a demon. That's the one thing. If there's one thing I know, demons always have ulterior motives.
oh, they get their rocks off, dude. Like 100%. And Pyewacket was definitely doing that.
Yeah.
Having its pie and eating it too,
Yes.
or whacking it too.
Imagine whacking it in the pie.
Oh my god!
Why
This is
does-
American Pie?
Why does Pyewacket need milk?
Oh, you've never made a pie before?
Dude, I swear that scene was ridiculous. She took the bowl of milk and just put it in her backpack. Did anybody notice that?
I actually really didn't.
Bro, I'm gonna fast forward it. Like, she doesn't put anything over the bowl of milk.
It's a Tupperware.
No. Don't do this. Next thing you're going to say is that she wasn't doing coke in the beginning of the movie. Dude, she puts the bowl in the bag without anything over it. And then she takes it out of the bag and there's nothing on top of it.
I wholeheartedly hope we see her put an uncovered bowl of milk into her backpack.
Wait, she's hearing the noises though.
Yeah,
right?
I gotta rewind it. Sorry, we're doing this in live time because this is more important than anything we've ever done on the show.
You hear that?
I sure did.
Was that the?
That's probably pie.
That's all pie.
Also, is a witch considered a demon, or is a witch and a demon a demon?
Yeah, a witch is a witch. A witch is the one that summons the demon, right? That's what I always thought. Like, does the ritual.
Interesting.
That's what I always thought. But you're right. Sometimes people summon, like, people that are like witches.
Yeah. All right. This is when her mom had just yelled at her, right? So it's after this scene with these kids. She goes back home, right, and decides her mom needs to die because of her hatred of her face. Have any of these people gone on to do anything else?
Oh, that's Lori.
Oh, it's here. It's here. So this is where she's like, I literally hate your face.
I mean, she's been like looking into the occult this whole time, so it's not like this is new. That's why she goes right to this. It's just they don't talk a lot about the lore or anything like that. She just decides to choose the Pyewacket spell. It doesn't really give you context of like what this is going to do beforehand at all. Like she does recite the spell, but not like doesn't say anything about it.
Wait, hold on. She didn't gather anything.
No, she'll do it after. She comes back. She has to beat this tree first.
Oh, she makes a second trip in the woods?
Yeah. This is the tree beating scene.
This made me screw me up because this is what I thought was the scene where she does the ritual.
No, she has to go. She goes back to the house. Now she's gathering the materials here, I think.
Okay, I'm gonna let this play.
Really go in depth on this.
Or does she go read? Oh, she reads first about Wackets.
She's like, let me go to my her books here.
So she gathers.
I do like how she's like, you lose your friends, and while you're into the occult, she's like, they give me comfort, they make me happy.
Oh my God.
I mean, everyone has friends for happiness. So,
No, of course.
mean,
And look, I cannot say anything. People could do whatever they want to do. It's just when you start, getting a little violent with it.
well, that's the thing. Like, it's cool to like be interested in the occult shit. Occult shit's interesting, but like to actually go out of your way to summon a fucking demon to kill your mother, that's crazy. All right, here we go, Bri.
Yeah, it's game time. We're gonna. So that's
Was that the milk
no,
bowl?
no, that was an empty cauldron. This is the
She's
milk.
pouring the milk.
Oh, she
It had
did.
a lid. It had a lid. It had a lid. All right, to be fair to Bri, it didn't show her put the lid on. It just does show her pour
cut.
the milk and then put it in the bag, but it there is a lid.
That is bullshit.
Much like the cocaine, I believe there was no cover on that milk.
We literally watched the cover.
That was translucent.
Yeah.
Let's see her take it out of it.
When she goes into the room, we'll determine whether there was some coke or not.
No, that wouldn't reveal it. Like,
Oh, the bedroom. He's saying when they go in the
I know what
bedroom.
he's saying, but
Clearly, there was a
True.
there's coke in that.
There's
bed.
no coke. All right, so let's fast forward now another
she
half
literally
hour.
could have just had it on her finger and did it beforehand. Like she literally blows her nose.
Okay, so fast forward through all of this now.
Well, no, we need to see her take out the bowl of milk.
Yeah, okay, that's true.
Also, we could watch her, absolutely devastate her wrist again.
Bro, it's so nasty.
She easily could have made a light graze over and it would have bled fine.
She fucking slices.
She fucking Cobain's her wrist, dude.
No, well, he shot himself in the face with a shotgun.
I'm saying like the level of.
Oh, okay, okay.
He didn't like.
That bowl, they never took a Tupperware off.
Did you see it?
Unless it was in the cut. There is no Tupperware.
That's on the cutting room floor, her opening the bowl. So what is that? Is that oregano?
It's probably basil.
A little basil. You gotta season your milk.
Probably dirt.
It's so interesting what the Pyewacket.
Actually, I actually assumed this was what a Diddy party was like, right? Like you put the baby oil on your forehead, you put the bowl of milk with the oregano, and then you add blood. Like, why
of all,
is she pressing so hard?
I'm also not gonna lie. If you look at that knife, that shit looks dull as fuck.
Oh, so you feel like she had to go that hard, dude?
I'm gonna say it doesn't show a sharp edge at all. If you look at that knife, and I promise you, there's no Tupperware on it. It's gonna literally look.
I love how she thinks her sweater is just going to stop the bleeding. She's not making it home.
Just imagine the veins she's just sliced through. How fucking sick is that?
Yeah. No, it's fucking Pyewacket, dude.
You're right though, Bri. That's a dull ass.
It doesn't
knife.
look sharp.
It's not dull when she,
No, she like rocks her wrist.
she rocks her shit, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, no,
It does not need to be this much.
It's fucking gnar.
All this blood is going to make Pyewacket that much more angry too. Like I don't know if she realizes that.
What does everybody have fucking fruit snacks here? Like I understand they came from our home, and I could have easily had some. But watching other people eat it makes me angry.
You want one? It's filled with juice.
Yeah.
I'll give you that one. It's my least
So
favorite.
we will, after this conversation about milk and Tupperwares, you're right, Shane. The next step is that she's going to call her friend. Her friend is extremely interested in the odd behavior. She explains to her friend that she hears these noises, that it's Pyewacket's going to come and potentially kill her mom, and now she doesn't want her mom to die, but she's already let it go. And she's going to be there, and they're trying to like hear the sounds, and like they don't hear anything in the house. And it's not until like she's like, oh, let's smoke some weed and go outside, that once they're outside, she's like, can you take me to where you summoned, where you did the Pyewacket ritual? So they go out in the woods. She shows her where she did the Pyewacket ritual, and then all of a sudden she has this blank expression on her face. Like, I would say it's like a milky white, like a Tupperware-less milky white.
She walks into the forest, and you think she's been Pyewacketed. She's just fucking with her friend. All ruse. Just a joke. But then when they go back to the house at night, the friend is sleeping on the couch, and then we wake up the next morning, and she's in the car, and she's like, take me home, take me home, take me home. Do you think she was raped by the Pyewacket?
Interesting. She definitely got affected, like, obviously.
Okay, something clearly happened to her. Rape, though? Bless you.
I think she was affected by Pyewacket, and I think Pyewacket wanted to get her out of there.
Yes.
Pyewacket,
without killing her.
Pyewacket probably made her see something that traumatized her.
Yeah. Right. I don't think that when she said, like, I was only joking around. Because it was only when she was going back to the house that she started making those, like, hey, I was only joking around. I think she saw something probably. Pyewacket definitely affected her speech, probably the way that she was speaking to her this whole entire night. Because you see the true colors. Like, she was, like, literally, like, shivering and just wanted to go home. And they just brought her home.
And that's it. You never see her again.
No.
She doesn't answer a single person.
Apparently she wasn't eating. She was just hanging out in her bedroom, not answering phone calls. Just, that's it.
She's going to take it really hard when she finds out her friend burned her mom alive in the next scene.
Yeah, that'll bother people for sure.
So they go back to the house. Mom, daughter. Oh, no. It's when the daughter comes back from school. She finds her mom dead in the forest, right?
Yeah, she literally goes, well, no, she calls Rowan.
Yeah, she
emails
does call Rowan
Doe because he's like, I need to stop this. This is getting bad. My mom is now the best person on the planet. My best friend is like acting like really weird, not leaving her house or doing anything, not going to school. My boyfriend won't kiss me. So I need to undo this spell, and I need to call Rowan Doe, and I'm gonna email him, and she gives him like a, hey, like I invoked Pyewacket, and now to kill my mom, and it's serious. And he's like, all right, because this is a serious issue, I will respond to you immediately. Let's hop on a Zoom call tomorrow at 10. And so they do connect the very next day, and he's like, look, no context, this is what you have to do. He's like, you have to not listen to those your lying eyes. They're going to deceive you. You need to do the reverse of the ritual that you did. Every step that you did, but do the reverse.
So how do you reverse absolutely slicing your wrist open?
So what you do is you knock, then you cut your wrist, then you throw hair on your blood, then you throw oregano on your blood hair, and then you pour the milk on top of that. And then you pick it all up and you put it in a cauldron. And then you put the pentagram stuff back up, and then you knock on the tree. And that would be doing the ritual in reverse.
All right, well, so here's the thing. She's really not going to get an opportunity to do all that.
But the thing, and this is what kind of annoyed me with this movie, It's because she goes and she sees her. By the way, her mom just puts Neosporin on her fucking
On
open
an
wound.
extremely deep
But
wound.
besides that, she goes in the forest and her mom is dead. And in my head, I'm like, oh, she's, you know, she literally just talked to Rowan Atkinson or whatever his name was. And like, he told her about lying eyes. And it's like, oh, she's going to know, oh, my mom's not actually dead. This is the Pyewacket fucking with me.
Were you upset though? Like for me, like I thought like this, he didn't even ask her like any questions, like any like questions beforehand. He just went beat right to the punch.
Do you think, and this was another thing I was thinking, do you think she never even talked to him?
It's also very possible. Also, was she talking to Eric Rowan or was she talking to the Pyewacket?
That's my point. Exactly. Was she just being Pyewacketed?
Maybe.
Because it could have been whacking her around. Like, you know, you think you're doing one thing, you're not. Who knows?
PW will get you.
Yeah.
Old P-Dub. I think everything in this movie is real except
The dead mom here.
the mom in the forest.
Yeah. But, like, that's the thing. And in that case, like, why does she automatically, after talking to Mr. Eric Rowan, think that actually is her mom? It's so dumb.
You think Aaron Rowan is convincing?
Yeah. I believed him.
Yeah.
But she didn't because like she's like, oh, nope, my mom is dead. Now I have a problem. Let me call the police and have the worst phone call to the police I've ever had in my entire life. Where I'm like, yep, my mom's in the
dispatcher.
forest dead. I'm so lost. Help. Ah.
Yeah. She can't get help from Rowan University. She can't get help from the local police force. Who can help her, Shane?
The Wacket. So the Pyewacket's now going to pretend to be her mom, even though it's clearly not her mom, because it's doing that horror movie trope where it talks like a demon now for fun. Like I'm watching Truth or Dare, where it's clearly just on demon time.
Yeah, do you know when she gets
Great movie.
she does the dispatch call?
Yes.
You know, like before that, right before that, because that's when she's out there, like trying to undo the
Yes.
spell. Her mother's calling for her.
Yes.
That's her real mom, right? That she's
yes, that's what
ignoring?
I took it as.
That's
That is the real
idea?
mom. Yes.
I mean, we don't know for sure, but like we're assuming that's the real mom, right?
Yeah.
It's played back in the dispatch call because then when she goes back, to your point, you see her in the window. She's a completely different tone of voice. Completely.
Yes. It's clearly a demon.
Yeah. And then she runs away from her because she definitely acts very strange in the way that she's behaving. And then you see the full-blown Wacket.
Yeah.
That's your only like sighting of Pie, right?
Yes. That is the only Wacket.
So
sighting.
we talked about this, and I know your opinion on like monsters in movie is that less is
more.
better,
Yeah.
or less is more.
Yeah.
I wish I saw Pyewacket more in this movie.
Yeah.
Maybe a few more
That's
times.
fair.
Couple more times.
But the movie's not about the Pyewacket. The movie is truly
This
about
movie's truly a mother-daughter
relationship movie.
film.
Yeah.
It's like one of those movies where I understand what you're saying. I honestly, for me, like, I think it's cool that we were able to see it, but I don't even think they needed to
No.
show it. Because like the core, the fact they don't even go, like I said, if you're not going into the lore of the thing, it's not about the thing.
No, it's about their relationship and how deep down all girls want to kill their mother.
Yes, and also in a certain light, our protagonist can sometimes look like Miranda Cosgrove.
Yo, I didn't see it before, but much like the Pyewacket, I see it now.
What if the Pyewacket is speaking this into your mind, though? Like, what if it's not actually Miranda Cosgrove look like, but the Pyewacket wants you to see that?
It wouldn't be shocking to me at all. Like you, right now, are a Pyewacket.
Shane is Shane P. Smith. Holy shit!
That's what it stood for the entire time.
Pyewacket.
I don't trust you anymore.
If I see you with
Pyewacket.
Shane just drowning in milk and hair,
I do have milk. back at
which
the place.
the scene where she's so am I gonna believe that there's no way she scrubbed all the hair off of that hairbrush?
Oh, we said that.
The way she fucking finger pops her bath drain.
Well, that was smart though, but yes, it's disgusting, but very smart.
It was very smart, but
you know what's also crazy?
horrendously disgusting.
And also horrendously dangerous because you would be pulling your own hair.
Yes, so you could Pyewacket yourself.
Yeah.
She does look like Miranda Cosgrove.
In a certain light, right?
Yeah,
like
definitely.
the cheek, the upper cheek.
The cheekbones.
Definitely.
She has Miranda Cosgrove cheekbones.
Yeah.
Okay, so essentially the Pyewacket fucks with her. She thinks her mom is dead, but then all this shit happens. She hides in the attic, and then her mom comes to get her, and her mom's alive, and it's her actual mom as she's hiding in the attic. They go downstairs. Her mom is trying to sleep. She goes and gets a gas can. She pours gasoline over her mom, lights her mom on fire. As the boyfriend shows up, because that was a subplot they like did but dropped but did, is that she called the boyfriend to come help her, and then he never shows up, but then he does show
Well,
up.
because he did say, I don't have my car. I need to wait for my parents to get
home. You're right. Okay.
And it's also like 2 hours away as
Yeah.
well.
So he perfectly gets there at the time that her mom is burning alive in the house.
The house is in flames. Yeah.
I mean, the police obviously are going to think she did it.
That last scene is kind of crazy too, though. Yeah, oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But like the scene where she actually lights her on fire because like the mother like puts the light on
Yeah.
and she's like, "What are you doing?" Like she's like going nuts. She's frantic, and she literally just takes the gasoline and just throws it on her. Like
Yeah.
no emotion. Like she's just complete and total Pyewacket.
She's so Pyewacket.
Yep. I guess it's gonna take some time to realize that she was not Pyewacket.
Yeah, I think she realizes it when she's in the police station. They're like, you know, you burned your mom alive, right? Like nothing you said on the phone call makes sense. She wasn't in the woods. She was in the bedroom burning because you started it, you crazy person.
Yeah, I mean, like he does, like,
Yeah.
very much debunk that.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah,
I feel like she's Miranda over here.
Mm-hmm.
Just gotta like everything she does is fucking rash. Every decision.
Well, that's the thing. And it's a coming of age tale because young girls are rash. They don't think things through.
She's like, oh shit, my mom said something. She's gotta die.
yeah.
Oh shit, this spell doctor told me that my
Spell doctor. I like spell
shaman.
doctor.
he told me I gotta fucking not trust my eyes. The fucking first thing she sees, she doesn't realize.
I know. She might also, maybe she just has autism.
She's got a hint of the tism.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Unfortunate.
that's a gut punch. She's like, there was no woman found in the woods dead on the floor.
Yeah.
She goes, "Oh, my mother was dead." She goes, "You literally burned your mother alive."
Yeah.
There was only one version of your mother, and it was in the bed, not
Charred.
in the woods. Completely wrecked.
Yeah.
That's Pyewacket.
That is Pyewacket.
A movie that didn't have any twists, but it wasn't supposed to.
No.
Like, it was supposed to be just like a little bit of a coming of age. Not a slow burn. It's just like a semi-slow burn. I don't think it was really slow.
No.
Did
but
you guys like the visual of the Pyewacket?
It was okay.
I liked it.
I thought it looked good.
I liked it.
I could do without it.
They didn't. So like, yeah, you're right. They definitely didn't overkill it.
Yeah.
It kind of like was like walking on all fours. So like if she tried to erase the Pyewacket, she wasn't winning in a.
No,
No, the Pyewacket looked fast.
Yeah, it was very quick. Cause it was on all fours. She was not. She was on twos.
it's essentially a cheetah.
Yeah, it was Pyewacket's a cheetah.
Yeah, they didn't show a lot of it. So if you wanted more, it's totally understood. I totally get that. But at least they showed like a little bit of it. Like they showed something. Even if they didn't, like I wouldn't have been totally upset because like I said, I know it's not the focal point, but I think the visual that they did show satisfied me.
Agreed.
Yeah, and that's Pyewacket, which I would give this movie a 5 out of 10.
Okay. Higher than I expected.
Yeah, no, I think this movie is the definition of average. It is just like, it doesn't do a lot great because it does nothing great, but it doesn't do anything like terribly bad. It's just super average. And like, it's like I said, it's the Juno of Pyewacket movies, right? Like it's this coming of age tale. Like, teen pregnancy,
Michael
Pyewacket. They're the same. Well, weird boyfriends in both. Like,
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you got your friends, you got your hamburger phone. Like, in this one, you had a milk cauldron. There's a lot of similarities, is what I'm saying. Like, right, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hamburger phone. Sure.
There's a hamburger phone in Juno. You don't remember that?
I
Yeah,
do.
see? Exactly. So, with all that said, I really don't have anything to say about this movie because it's just so average that I'm giving it a 5 out of 10.
Okay. Pyewacket is great. Hear me out though. Is it actually great? No. But I picked this movie, so I'm gonna protect it like it's my own
Okay.
because it is mine.
Like it's your baby.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
your baby. This is where the Juno comes in full effect.
Right. This movie, it's all about lessons, teaching lessons, lessons learned. Mm-hmm. It's all about like the lesson of like surround yourself with not
Killing your mom?
goth trash.
Yeah.
You know, if your mom insults your face, take an hour or two, think about it, talk to her.
Yeah, don't-
like, hey, mom, do you really hate my face that much?
Yeah, don't.
And then if she reiterates that, then you summon the Pyewacket.
Fair.
So it's like this movie, like practice patience, you know?
Yeah. With that said,
Now, if I'm not trolling, this movie isn't that good. But like the troll in me wants to give it a strong 7.
so what are you actually giving it?
So like you take the 2 and divide it. Overall, this movie's like a strong 7.
That's fair.
All right, 7.
I picked this movie and I'm sticking by it. Pyewacket.
7. So we got a 5 and a 7.
So obviously, this movie's great. Okay, got a lot going on, and yet it's simple. There's a lot, yet a little,
But like
right?
a scary amount of little.
You take that little, you divide that by 2. So obviously, I'm giving it a 9 now. I'm giving Pyewacket a 6.
Wow.
A light 6. I enjoyed Pyewacket. Definitely highly predictable movie. Super predictable. I don't think the point was to shock anybody, but it was entertaining in the sense that the relationship felt real. Like, and this shit does happen. And what's a young girl to do without a role model and a mother that's doing coke, obviously, and drinking Chardonnay? What is she to do? She's going to go out in the woods and summon the Pyewacket. That's what she's going to do. She doesn't have any guidance without a father. So it is a good family story in a sense. However, the acting is really not special. And it is highly predictable, but it is entertaining. And it does really feel like a strong like family relationship going down the shitter very fast. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I enjoyed the story. I'm gonna go light 6 on Pyewacket.
Light 6. Like think about what Pyewacket teaches you. It's plausible that you could fit a container of milk
No lid. Absent lid.
into your backpack. Carry it to the woods without spilling a drop. Uncovered.
Absent lid, absent father.
Oh,
There you go.
Yep, we're tying all
Lessons learned.
Yes.
Matthew,
Yes.
how are you?
Good.
That's nice. What do you give this movie?
5.
5. 6. Strong
I
7.
think it's
Cool.
literally the definition of mid.
Yeah, see, he gets it.
Like
Now-
there's nothing crazy that goes on that makes me believe it should be a little bit like higher, and it's not terrible. It's not great.
I think the craziest part about this movie is like how much she shanks her wrist.
It's actually great. So that's the thing, because we're on Necro Talk. I don't know if I want to put her mom in or her wrist.
Yeah, that's fair. I gotta put her mom in. That shit was nuts.
Yeah, it's the mom.
It's the mom.
Okay. Mrs. Reyes, you were an atrocious mom. Some say maybe the worst movie mom we have seen in a hot minute. Can you think of a worse movie mom?
I can think of another bad one. You ever see the movie The Visit, the one that we reviewed? You ever
Yes, that was a terrible mom.
see that? She's like, I love you guys, but I'd rather party. Bye.
Yeah, so we're going to say Visit Mom, Mrs. Reyes in terms of worst moms. Then Bev's dad is also going to be on that list from It.
Oh,
I worry, Bev. I worry a lot. Yeah, he's on the list of worst moms. But yeah, Mrs. Reyes, you fucking suck. You can't go around telling your daughter, especially at the age of 16, that I hate your face. At that age, girls already hate their own face, so you can't reiterate that you also hate their face.
oh, you think she's gonna go on Ozempic?
Exactly. That's an Ozempic waiting to happen.
You know who doesn't hate a nice teenage face?
right.
Shane Smith.
You guys
Shane
are
Pyewacket Smith.
nasty. You're nasty people. I actually think I'm going to put you in the Necronomicon.
Wow. Are you trying to summon the Pyewacket?
I might have to.
You know what else Pyewacket teaches you? If you have someone you feel strongly about romantically, tell them. Say something. Don't just fucking cuddle on the stairs and not talk.
Anyway, that was Mike's pick. That was the her pick. Now we're going to the his pick. And I'm going to say, I deliver, unlike the Pyewacket. We're doing the loved ones next.
I'm super excited for the loved ones.
Have I seen this movie?
Actually, that I don't know.
I like it because it's also labeled as a comedy horror.
Yeah.
But it is gruesome as fuck.
Yeah.
Like super gruesome.
Yeah. It's
excited.
fucking awesome.
I really like. I am very excited to discuss this next week.
Me too. It's a movie I wanted to do for a very long time, so I'm glad we're finally doing it. So, with that said, we are the final podcast signing off, and we will see you next week where... Will you go to prom with me?
Oh. Oh, I can't wait to wash my hands now. If there was a
so
Pyewacket
wet.
2, would you tune in?
Of course.
I'd rather die, but yes, I would. Of course, I would too. I can't not watch a sequel. We know that about me.
Yeah, you love sequels.
I'm a sucker for it.
You know what's also a sequel of our podcast? Next Monday. We always do sequels. See what I'm doing here? It's just another episode every
Yes,
Monday.
yes.
Every Monday. Please tune in for next week. We're going to be doing Loved Ones. It's going to be a fucking great time. It's going to be a great and sexy show. Please catch that.
I might not wear a shirt.
Subscribe on YouTube. Feel free to also listen to wherever you listen to music on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. And if you would like to give us a recommendation, you can do so by emailing us at thefinalpodcast@yahoo.com. We will see you next week.
Pyewacket. Bye.